Hi, welcome back channel, TrainStation2. Alright, we got third in the third competition. Unfortunately, we couldn't win to pay to win. That's always the fact of life. I mean, looking at how we've been performing so far, I don't think we're doing really well. All thanks to the fact that we are entering into the total new region, Spain. As I mentioned before, moving to new region with low capacity trains and a small fleet is always damaging when you start a long event. This is already the third competition and we are still very far away from attaining 1000 event coin. I'm really hoping where we can do it at the end of the 6 competitions. But that said, again, all thanks to the fact that we are getting free legendaries, definitely a plus. When we are starting a total new region, there isn't any event legendary in Spain right now, so it's relatively painful. For every single deliveries that we made is with very small 4 capacity common trains, 6 capacity rare trains, 12 capacity epic trains, and 20 capacity legendary, if any. So those are the tiny capacity you can start off with whenever you enter the new region. Event trains, on the other hand, has so much more advantage. So that's important that we should gather as many event trains as possible. So I really love the fact that you are getting at least 2 rare, 3 common at the start of every single event. And given the fact that they are event trains, they have higher capacity that we start off with, and definitely a higher room for improvement as well. So whenever you play in the long events, you will be gathering so-called more upgrades. So all this comes into play, and of course, more importantly, is when we do those challenges, we got to use the fact that we are doing the upgrades for the lower region trains. So in terms of what we should be doing in terms of the new region trains, I mean, there are ways of getting region trains by spending metal keys. We are thinking that whether should we be getting the enhanced container of 200 keys vis-a-vis the 100 key container. My advice based on experience, I find that the 100 keys containers give better returns. There's a 10, okay, so if you spend 1000 keys, you have 10 chances. If it's 100 key container, vis-a-vis 5 chances where it's the 200 key container. So that's where I find after over a period of time, the return on investments, we calculate in that perspective, is better off spending the 100 key container. But I do experience a strange encounter is that whenever we buy a container, if you buy a singular, just one container, the chance of getting a rare or an epic or legendary is almost impossible. Most of the time, you'll be getting common trains. But if you buy in lots or blocks of 10, which is 1000 event or 1000 metal keys each time, there are even chances of getting 2 or 3 epics from out of the 10 trains, and one rare and the rest common. So the chances seems to suggest that it's better off buying in bulk. Of course, you can thinking of doing that the same way for the 200 key container, but you're going to spend a lot, and unless you have a huge reserve of meta keys. All right, so back to the event itself. I mean, being the fact that we have 3 more competitions to go, I believe the next 3 competition will be extremely tough. People are really experiencing the heat that they are not getting enough of that event keys, so they are really anxious. So people will be splurging in terms of spending union dollars to upgrade capacity and gems to expedite delivery, and definitely I think everything they could. So in this event itself, I'm also experimenting a new thing. I'll be just spending 30 gems for 1 factory upgrades, additional slot, instead of 110 gems. Normally I would do 2 upgrades, so 30 plus 80, but this time around I'm just spending 30 and saving up that 80 gems that are normally spent. So trying to build up reserves of gems and not spending so far in the gems that been hard saved. So really wanted to spend a minimal, given the fact that we are starting really at a very low capacity trains in the new region. So I don't think it'd be well spent in this event. So I'm spending the least amount of gems for this long event, and hoping just to gain at least a legendary train. If not, then one more would be the epic trains. So I've saved up to about near to, I think, 2,500 event keys every day. Suffice to get an epic train for sure. But whether should I be able to save up another 1,005 for that legendary train is really something I'm trying my best to, because we know event keys returns will be dwindling at the end or the tail end of the event. Now you'll be getting 1-to-1, which means 1 EP to 1 event key. So like, for example, jobs that give you 40 EP, I will give you 40 keys at the same time. Moving forward by another maybe 2 or 3 competitions down the road, by the 5th competitions, you'll be getting a drastically reduction of keys. So you'll be getting a 40 EP, but you may be getting just a 10 key reward. So given that fact, saving the number of keys later competition will be so tough, and really doubt whether would I be ending out with just maybe short of that 4,000 keys, and then probably could exchange for an epic and a rare, and that closed the chapter for this long event. But fear not, there is always something common and consistent throughout TrainStation 2. It is event fatigue. So there will be no chance of you resting. You'll be fighting events after events. So if you don't do well in this event, perfectly fine. Like what I presume I will not be doing well because of the start of a new region, I can always wait for the next long event to come. So just bear this in mind. Do not stress, and then pay to win. So this is something I could mention again. Free to play is the way to go. Pay to win definitely is the losing end. And as all events shown you the fact that they're trying to squeeze us out as a free to play, but that doesn't really matter if you don't really bother about getting first, as long as you get sufficiently rewarded with the effort you put in as a free to play. By all means, stay on the game and enjoy it the way you want. Do not be fear or competitive in terms of comparing with someone else and whatnot. As you progress further, I've been progressing for years free to play, and I'm reaching the highest region. So I think there shouldn't be anything that's stopping you to do so as well. So now currently at level 1105, I believe in a couple of months or half a year, I'll reach the ends of Spain, and then they're doing nothing but waiting for the next region to appear. So that will always be the case, and I believe it's taking even longer given the fact that there's TrainStation 3 right now. So that being the said, I mean, whenever there's a new version of the game, developer always want to emphasize their time and then create better content for the new game. So they may neglect TrainStation 2 for a while, but so far I'm hearing TrainStation 3 is not as good as TrainStation 2. So I'm not even trying to enter into the game at all, but I just persist with what I have basically enjoyed for the past few years. Hopefully you do the same, and then just try your best to get what you really wanted out of the game itself. Enjoy it with your free time, just go ahead and play, otherwise relax. All right, so that's all to share in this video. Hopefully you get what you want out of the event. I'm just targeting to get at least one legendary, and if not, then probably an epic, rare, and commons. All right, thank you again so much for watching, and good luck for the next 3 competitions to then update again. Goodbye.